Hello, my name is Jessica and I'm in the 8th grade and I'm also a part of Peacemakers. As a member of this year's Peacemakers, I am happy to announce that we are hosting a Gingerbread creation contest, or the GCC 2020! By now, I hope we are all familiar with the fact that because of certain issues, we are unable to get together with one another and our family members because of this issue. Hurt. This issue not only affects how we attend school, but how we interact with one another. As of now, our school is currently in distance learning, meaning we are all learning our subjects and classes over emails, Google Meet, Messenger, whatever. Just because we have been unable to see each other face to face, that doesn't mean we are unable to have fun. So the Peacemaker team has decided to host different types of contests, one of them being a gingerbread creation contest. Juicy. The basic rundown of this contest, it's basically a baking/cooking contest, but since the holidays are coming up, we're going to spice everything up with, well, gingerbread, that is. This video is essentially made to help those who aren't really familiar with baking or cooking, which is totally fine. I'm not such an expert myself, but I'm willing to provide steps and recipes. For this video, I'm going to show you how to make gingerbread cookies. However, this contest isn't necessarily limited to just cookies, but we also accept gingerbread houses, whether that being made by a kit or a home recipe, which goes the same for cookies as well. What Peacemakers are really going to focus on when judging is the overall appearance and look of your gingerbread creation, and its originality and creativity, so go wild. Since this is a contest, there will be prizes. Depending on how many submissions we receive, there will be up to 4 prizes, 2 for each of the categories, which are gingerbread houses and gingerbread cookies. Basic rules as of now are pretty simple, and unlike the more intense competitions out there, rules are: gingerbread creations must be made by you or with the help of a family member. Pictures of your creation should be taken by you or family. So don't just go online and find a random image off of Google and submit it. Store-bought kits or homemade recipes are allowed. Entry should be sent in by Friday, December 18th, so like Friday. Ingredients must be edible, so like don't just use cardboard. I don't want to eat cardboard. Gingerbread creations can be made into any form, so not just gingerbread men or Christmas trees. We enjoy originality. Other than that, I'll begin with the tutorial. Jessica introduces how to make gingerbread cookies.
Whoa. Yeah, bro.
So to get the basics out of the way, I'm currently following a recipe made by the one and only Rosanna Pansino. Unless you're having a party, which I recommend you don't, I'm going to provide the halved measurements, but feel free to follow the original measurements if you want to bake more cookies. If you don't have some of the ingredients, you are always welcome to find another recipe or go out and buy the ingredients. Don't forget to wear your masks! I also recommend to let your butter sit outside the refrigerator since it needs to be room temperature for this recipe. Other than that, I'll get started then. The first step is a little difficult, not everyone can do it and it's honestly a shame, but actually the first step to making gingerbread cookies is to wash your hands! Look, I know it's a little difficult, but I believe in you. You can do this. Now for the actual baking, you're going to need to prep all your things. To start off, find a medium-large bowl to store your dry ingredients in. Dry ingredients include 2 cups of all-purpose flour, half teaspoon of baking soda, half teaspoon of salt, and for the seasonings like cinnamon, ginger, cloves, and nutmeg, I recommend playing around with the measurements because since I have the recipe, I also have the seasonings, which made the cookies a little more bland than I intended. So I don't really recommend having the seasonings if you want a more tasteful cookie. After adding in all the ingredients into the bowl, simply take any utensil and mix them all together, then set aside. In the meantime, grab a medium bowl for your wet ingredients, which includes your 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter, half cup of brown sugar, 1 egg, and 1/4 plus 2 tablespoons of molasses. For the wet ingredients, it's a little different since you're going to have to cream your butter and brown sugar first. If you're able to use a hand mixer, the process would go a lot faster than just using a rubber spatula or a whisk, but if you're only available to those, feel free to use them. After your butter and brown sugar mixture looks combined well and fluffy, you are ready to add in your molasses and egg. I could show you the video of my friend doing that with no sound, but I'll let you watch how that went instead. Let's see.
measure it. So.
Ew.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. No, I'm already recording.
Oh.
Ew. Ew. That's nasty. Ugh, that's still. Oh, I hate this. Ugh. I'm sorry. I just don't like the look of that. That's nasty. It's like
Yeah, that's why I don't like
equivalent
molasses.
to blood. We're making blood.
Oh, it's gonna drip. So
Oh
Savannah, save it. It's gonna drip. It's gonna drip.
What?
So like put like a napkin under it or something.
Where's the napkin? Oh.
Oh my god! Where is it?
Wait, over here.
Oh. Oh. Wait. Oh. No, just keep it. I'm just gonna use this used one. No, I don't care. No.
Can I put this on that?
Yeah. No, put it on this one.
Okay, I'm gonna crack the egg.
Yeah, crack
so you
the egg.
better get this.
I got it. Did you fail?
No.
Ah!
What's happening?
I don't know, Tina.
Throw this away.
Why are you holding me like that?
Okay, yeah, anyway. After finally mixing all the wet ingredients together, mix it well and fold it with your utensil a few times. Now grab a bowl of dry ingredients and wet ingredients and combine the two together. When first mixing the ingredients together, the flour may seem to take over the wet ingredients, but don't worry and just keep mixing the two until they finally get along. Like children. Once they do, you're going to need to lay a sheet of plastic wrap on your surface. Then plop the dough right in the middle. Then pull the sides in to tuck in the dough so it could go smoothly into the refrigerator. Side note, our dough was too dummy thick for the plastic wrap, so we had to wrap it again with another layer. So if your dough does do that, just tell it no. We also didn't know that it would have to stay in the fridge for like 3 hours, and obviously we didn't have that time, so we just put it in the freezer for an hour and 30 minutes. But I highly recommend letting the dough actually sit in your fridge for the 3 hours. While you wait, probably play in the snow or drink some hot chocolate or I don't know, participate in a dance competition. Before letting your dough out of its cold prison, preheat your oven to 350 degrees and let your oven warm up. Finally, after your dough is done doing its thing in the fridge, let it out to breathe. But then soon after, sprinkle flour on the surface you're using, the dough itself, and whatever tool you decided to use to roll out the dough so it doesn't stick. Get your baking tray, then lay some parchment paper on it so when the cookies bake, they are easy to pull off. Then take your rolling tool and flatten the dough until it's at least 1/4 inch thick. Rolling the dough up and down and side to side helps a lot too. Find any cookie cutters you want, and maybe you don't even need to use cookie cutters. You could always improvise by using cups or lids to make your shapes. Whatever you prefer to do, I did little gingerbread men and angels and hearts. Once you hear a beep of some sort from your oven, usually it indicates that it's done warming up, so carefully place your cookie tray into the oven. If you are sensitive to heat or like low-key scared of it like I am, I recommend asking an adult to help you out. Let the cookies bake for at least 10 minutes, and if you feel that the cookies are a little too undercooked, try adding a minute or two. But keep in mind, when you take cookies out of the oven, they are still technically baking on the tray, so if you need to resort to adding minutes, do so. Literally! The most infuriating step of baking cookies is waiting for them to cool down. I know they look really good, and you can't wait to eat it, but you gotta chill, you gotta wait for the cookies to cool down since you still have to decorate them. Though it states on the recipe, your decorations are not limited. You don't have to just use frosting or royal icing. Personally, I use melted white chocolate since it's tastier and really good glue for candy or sprinkles. Literally, just have fun with your cookies and make them however you like. Peacemakers love to see variety, so don't worry about your cookies turning out burnt or messy. If you had fun, that's really all that matters. We'd love to see what everyone made, so we all highly encourage all of you guys to participate. Yeah, you can earn prizes, but spending time with your loved ones or even picking up a new hobby like baking could be very rewarding, and you'll never know when you'll need the skill in the future. And with that, I'm going to conclude this video, because I think I've taken up enough of your time. I didn't expect this video to be 10 minutes. But other than that, happy holidays to anyone watching, and have fun, have a good time, and good luck, and I believe in you. Genuinely.